Alright guys, it's William Jamming here. So welcome to a new series of video about character and of course about sculpting in Blender. And of course previously we discussed about the low poly character and we used I think we did not use modeling technique. We just used the it's just a simple shape and adding that more faces and just I think most of the time we just extrude things out and change that a little bit, and of course we rig that using I think using two methods. One is using Blender's armature, and the other is use the automatic rigging, and this is a kind of an online service provided by I think Adobe. Okay, so yeah, and of course my recommendation is that if you are new to Blender, or if you've never model or rig character before, or you just want to get a quick modeling for your game, or I don't know, maybe a short movie, you can just use the low poly character to test the idea. And if you're really into the modeling, and you're welcome to watch this series video, because as you guys already know, previously we discussed low poly character, and if you want to more dive deeper into the character modeling, you need to add that polygon. Okay, so let's continue to do the high poly 3D modeling, and as the name suggests, it's high polygon. Okay, so of course, because this high polygon, we're going to use the sculpting rather than this modeling. Okay, so yeah, let's try that. So first, I need to get a new here. Let me just save the previous. And most of the time, if you are doing your sculpting, you're not starting with this cube. So let me just delete it, X, and get this screencast here show, right? Okay, so most time the starting point of sculpting is by using a mesh of UV sphere, because you get more faces here, right? And once you get that, you can see that it got a lot of faces, and this is faces that we can sculpt on. And of course, you're going to change that to not modeling, but rather sculpting. Okay, so this is more versatile, and more versatile way for you to work around. And of course, we got a lot of brush here. We're not going to discuss every part of it, because this series of videos is focused on character modeling. And if you are interested in this basic, or you haven't never seen this brush before, you're more than welcome to watch my Blender intro, the beginner series. And even though I recorded that many years ago, but hey, it's free, and and so I'm just going to use and briefly introduce the one that I think is heavily used in character modeling. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you as we go along. Okay, and another thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to buy a tablet for you to model, because you can't use the mouse. You can use that technically, but it's pretty hard for you to control using mouse. So my recommendation is that you buy a tablet and got the stylus pen, using the pen to do that. And of course, there are a few settings you need to adjust. So let's go to edit and preference. So if you got the stylus pen and the tablets, you need to go to the input section and click this on emulate 3-button mouse. Okay, so once you got that, you can just get rid of the mouse, because you can control it using the stylus pen and just the keyboard. So the standard position is that if you're right-handed, you can use the right hand to grab your pen, stylus pen. If you got you're left-handed, you can use the left hand, and the other hand is put on the keyboard and press the short key. And if you're using Windows, the key is Control. Alternative, let me just get Control. Yeah, where is sorry. Let me get screencast key, cast it. Okay. So if you are using Windows, the key is Control, Alternative. If you're Mac, every time I say Alternative, it's Option, and of course the Shift key. Okay. So if you are pressing the Alt or Option, if you're using Mac, essentially you are emulating the middle mouse here, and you just use holding the alternative or holding an option, and using your the tip of a pen, and you press it on any part of your screen, and you can move it around, and this equals to you kind of emulates you're holding the middle mouse key, and you just you're kind of panning around, but essentially you got to fix that into the center, and just click and drag and look at the object from different direction. Okay. So this is a good way to change the angle that you look at your project. Okay. And this is emulates the middle mouse key. So every time you want to hold the middle mouse, you're just holding the alternative or option, right? And of course, you can hold the shift as well. Okay. Once you're holding shift and you click it, it's the left key, right? And you're holding shift and alternative, and you are click it and click and drag. You are essentially doing the panning. Okay, so if you want to move it to the right side or move it to the left side, you can hold the shift and option or shift and alternative depending on the keyboard that you're using, and of course you are going to combine that with the holding and pointing that kind of stick that stylus pen's tip to the tablet and panning it around. Okay, so you can use the keyboard and stylus pen to do the panning as well, and of course there is a control and or option. Okay, I think but yeah, so sorry, just option, control option, sorry, control option, and using the stylus pen, and you can move up and down. Okay, this equals to that you are kind of zooming in and zooming out. Okay, so this equals to you are using the mouse. I'm changing that to my mouse here, using the middle mouse wheel up and down. Okay, so you kind of emulate that process by holding the control and option. Okay, and of course combine that with the tip of your or stylus pen, stick to your tablet, and moving up at the same time. There's a zoom in, moving down, this zooming out. Okay, so yeah, you can pause this video and get yourself familiar with this basic panning and zooming in, all kinds of yeah, just play around a little bit and get yourself familiar with that, and probably you can just get rid of this mouse and dive into the sculpting mode. Okay.